All set, I think. Let's start with some more consolidated, more fundamental in nature. Life is a journey, is it or not? And it is the biggest question that how to make your journey more comfortable or it should be with great ease. There are certain components. If you have those components with your journey, the journey becomes very smooth. The one is the resource. If you have the right resource with your journey, the journey would be easy and comfortable. For the life, the body itself is a resource. If you have a body in full-fledged way, it means to say that you have no scarcity of the resource when it came to the journey of the life. And the second and the most important element or the component during the journey is the route or the path or the map or the right direction in life. If you don't have the right path, if you don't have the right route, whatever resources you have, even you have plenty of resources, one day you would suffer from a scarcity of resources and your journey become a hell. So let's try to reveal that what is the right way, what is the right path, what is the right route for the journey of life. Today we will discuss certain dimension of the yoga. Yoga means union, but don't take it in wrong sense. Here the union doesn't mean that the union of two people. Here the union has a broader meaning. Let's celebrate it. Most of the people consider themselves as apart from the universe. You are not apart from the universe. You are the inextricable part of the universe. Let's try to understand this subtle and intangible concept through an example. What you breathe is the product of trees, and what trees breath is the product of your song. More or less, you are directly or indirectly connected to the nature. If you understand it in a very well manner, you are directly connected to it. When I say you are directly connected to it, means that you must understand that your lungs are not here, they are lying outside. This is nothing, this is a machine which is used for inhaling and exhaling the air, but the air that you inhale or the oxygen that you inhale is the product of the trees. So in reality, it is not your lungs are lying outside. And if you got the phenomena in reality, you would never cut the trees. Mean to say that if you really understand this small concept that you are the part of the bigger universe, you would never harm the nature, because the nature is your own part. Just like this hand is my own part, therefore there is no one or there is no need to teach me morality in context of this hand, that you have to protect this hand, you have to never cut this hand. In the same way, just like nobody has no need to teach me morality to protect my body, in the same way, if I understand that I am not just a tiny entity, I am the part of the bigger ocean, I am the part of the entire universe, the entire cosmos, I would never harm the nature, or nobody has need to teach me any kind of morality in the context of the nature or the universe. But when you feel yourself apart from the universe, what happened? Actually, you started to live in a very limited dimension of life. And when you live in a very limited dimension of life, at certain moment you get excited. But at another level, you get the victim of anxiety, depression, stress, tension. Anxiety, depression, stress, tension are nothing. But when your intelligence is working against you, that is known as stress anxiety. What is the problem with this education system? That we have taught everything, but the only thing that we don't teach people is how to tackle their emotions, how to handle their emotions. And that's the biggest problem of with this education system. As per the yogic system, it is being believed that at the age of 10 You must learn how to control your thoughts, how to handle your emotions. But in 21st century, even at the age of 60, people don't know how to handle your emotion. And that's why let's try to reveal certain secrets through which you can tackle your emotions, through which you can tackle or you can handle your thoughts. The yoga is a journey which is start from within, and it's a kind of union with the universe, with the bigger dimension of the life. It's more about realization. Realization means being an ability to see the things as they are and to being normal in every situation because you are just seeing the things as they are. You are not trying to put them in the ambit of the right or wrong, good or bad, high or low, up or down, in any kind of ambit. Then I would like to move to a second dimension, that how to start the yoga. How to start it. One thing here I need to clear, that you must understand that yoga is not just about copying the postures, not just about, though posture is very important in yoga, but it is not just about copying the posture. If a child is learning yoga, it is very well understood that for a child, copying is learning. But if you are a grown up child, for you, learning means realization. Learning means something which should be part of experience. When you are doing yoga, you must experience, you must realize the breath, which in yogic science we called prana. So remember that in yoga, first thing, that learning is not copying the posture, learning is more about realization. This is the first thing that you need to take care during the yoga exercise. Now, the second most important thing about the yoga, when you perform yoga, you must focus on your diet habits. If your diet habits are not good, you would not be able to get the benefit of yoga in its full-fledged capacity. What kind of the diet should be taken by a yoga practitioner? That diet should be light. That diet should be light means it should not contain the products like burgers, cold drinks, or there are many Indian products which are made out of the maida. It is the finest form of the wheat. And what is the problem with this finest part of the wheat or maida products? Actually, they stick in your intestine and they totally hampered the process of the intestine. And once the entire process of the intestine is being hampered, automatically the poison is being started to create in body, and it is started to release in various form. It can release in form of gas, it can release in form of skin disorder, it can release in form of moody nature. Your mood started to sink continuously because in this system there is something which is not working. That's why if you can take natural diet just like milk, if you can add sprouted grains, if you can take dry fruits, if you can include fruits. In yogic culture it is believed that if you include fruits up to the 60% of your diet, you will really get a permanent glow on your face, and your entire system, your entire nature will glow not only from outside but also from within. So these are the certain things which you would take into consideration. One is the realization, second thing is focus on diet. Now let's do some practice of the yoga. The first yoga that we will do is known as Bhrastika. Bhrastika is to strengthen your lungs and the outer muscle. It's a kind of cardiac exercise, but it is not a cardiac exercise that is usually taught in gym nowadays. It's an ancient cardiac exercise. It is believed that if all the pores of the lungs being open, you will live a life of 350 years in a very normal way. But it's my opinion, it's very better to live a great life rather than to live a long life. So life should be great. It means it should be balanced, it should be great, it should be more fruitful, it should be more productive, more creative, more innovative, more conclusive, more inclusive, and it should be in more expressive way. The life should be more expressive. It should not be like this. It should be like this. The ecstasy of the divine, the ecstasy of the nature should be the part of your experience on your daily basis. Now let's start it from the Bhrastika pranayama. It's very simple. You can take position like this. Even you can go for Padmasana if you are fine, but I am telling you the most relaxable asana, that is known as Sukhasana. You can sit like this, normal. You can take Jnana Mudra. Then what you will do? You will take the breath, then release. So you have to take the breath should enter into lungs and then release it. When you will take the breath, the lungs will expand. When you will release the breath, the lungs will contract. I will tell you one more time, and remember that the entire body should not move. You should not like perform like this. It's a very simple practice. Just fill the air in your lungs. Release. This is the Bhrastika. It's a very powerful yoga for your lungs, because if you can control your breath, you can control the prana, and if you can control the prana, you can control the very subtle component of the body. There is no need to move much technicalities of the yoga. It's the basic idea is that to fit the body, mind, spirit, and to align yourself with the universe. Next, we will move to the Anulom Vilom. Here, the mudra is very important. This mudra is known as Apam Mudra. The index finger, you will fold the index finger like this, and you will join your two fingers like this and the thumb. Now, what you will do, just you push one hole of your nose with two fingers. Now, breath with the another one. Now, close it, release from here. Now take breath from this one. Now release from this one. It's a very simple one, not much to explain. You have to take breath from one hole of nose, release from another, then take breath from the same hole through which you release the air earlier, and repeat the same process. You can do this yoga up to 10 to 15 minutes. It is very beneficial for your brain, both the part of the brain, and it would help you to solve the problems like headache, migraine, and at the same point of time it would activate the right as well as the left part of the brain. There are other more exercise which are especially for the brain. I will also talk on them. Now Kapalbhati. How would you realize that you would doing the Kapalbhati in the right way? So just touch your full palm on your stomach and release the breath. When you release the breath, the stomach would shift automatically backwards, and by touching this, you can feel, even in the video you can see that my hand is moving automatically backward. I am not pushing it or applying an extra force on it. Just like this. So you don't have to keep the hand continuously. It is just to make you realize or feel that whether you are doing it in a right way or not. Once you realize that you are doing it perfectly, just take the Gyan Mudra and do it. Now the question is to what extent you can do it. It depends what kind of quench you have. Kapal Bhati is a very powerful yoga because it enhances the oxidation level. But what are the benefits of it? It works in most of the disease. First thing, you can do it for any disease. Second, it will enhance the glow on your face. So that's why those people who are very worried about their glow, they can practice this for half hour, 1 hour, or up to 15 minutes. But in the beginning, you can practice it up to 1 to 5 minutes in one stroke. In 1 minute you can take up to 60 to 90 stroke, and in 5 minutes you can take up to 360 to 400 stroke. Remember it. But in the beginning, start the yoga with a very small pace. There is no need to get much excited about it. The most important thing is whatever you are doing, do it in a right way. So just put your hand on the stomach, release the breath. It is like a stroke, and once you give the stroke, it automatically the hand go back. There is no need to push it. Now the second, the I think this is the third one. The fourth one, the Brahmi. For the Brahmi, put this two finger on forehead, this two on eyes. Through thumbs, you will close the earlobe. You will breath, and then you will pronounce the mantra Om. But during the pronunciation of Om, the mouth would be closed. I will show you how will you do it. Just like this, two finger on forehead, two on eyes. I closed the earlobe with my thumbs. Now I breath and pronounce. Now I am relaxed. Then I will repeat. So this is the procedure. You can repeat it 3 to 5 times in the beginning, and you can increase it. It's very good for headache and migraine problems. Now we will move to the next yoga, which is known as Ujjayi Bandh. But we will do Ujjayi plus Jalandhar. Now, how you will perform the Ujjayi Bandh? First, you take the breath, then you release, then you contract the throat. In the beginning, it would not be possible to contract it. But if you try with the passage of time in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 days or up to 15 days, the process will automatically initiate. You don't need to take tension of it, or you don't need to put much stress on the throat. So I will show you. Lock. So this is known as lock. So when you lock, this is known as Jalandhar. When you contract, this is known as Ujjayan. You are doing Ujjain and Jalandhar together. I will show you one more time. Simple. Don't push too much pressure, or don't apply too much pressure on the throat. In the beginning, it would be very difficult to contract, but with the passage of time, you would learn it. Then the Udian Bandh, it's a very important bandh in the yoga. If you have any kind of chronic disorder like blood pressure or anything, don't do this. At least read it on the Google that what are the benefits of it and in which case you can do it. But if you are a normal human being, you are a healthy human being, means you are not suffering from any kind of chronic disorder like blood pressure or any kind of back problem, means spondylitis or something which is very critical in nature, not something like oh मेरी तो कमर रोज दुख रही है. It's not a back problem. See, it is something which you are not able to tackle, means either you are taking lack of nutrition or your lifestyle is so hectic, you don't know how to sit properly, how to sleep properly. If you don't know how to sit properly, how to sleep properly, even you could have a back pain. Remember that it's not a very big issue. If you have a low hemoglobin problem or you are suffering from anemia, you could have a back problem. So remember that it's something very critical. Then only you have to not perform such kind of the bandha. Otherwise, you can perform. You will get a huge benefit of it. Now, what? How to do it? This is Udian bandh. So how we will perform the Udian bandh? In Udian bandh, we take the breath, release the breath, and pull the stomach inside. First, you pull it inside, then you pull it upward. I will show you, and you can see it on the Google, on the YouTube, those who perform it open body. I would not do this, but if someone performed it open body, it's very easy for you to understand it. um, I will also lock my chin during the process, release air. So first I pull it back, then I pull it upward. That is known as Uddiyana Bandh. It try to move or change the direction of the prana, which is actually downward. The bandha try to pull the prana upward so that the chakra can be activated or balanced in a better way. So this is Udian Bandh. Then you can do three bandha together: Jalandhar, Udian, and Mool Bandha. How will you perform it? Breath air, then release, pull the stomach backward, then upward, lock the chin, and pull the anus upward side. When you pull the anus upward side, that is known as Mooladhara. When you pull the stomach backward, that is known as Udiyan. When you lock the chin, that is known as Jalandhar. I will show you. In the beginning, it is not easy, means it is not surety that you would feel that your anus is getting contracting, but as the time passes, 5 days, 6 days, 10 days, you would automatically feel that now the mool bandha is working. So this is the bandh, this is the basic yoga. ठीक है, भ्रस्तिका, अनुलोम विलोम, कपाल भाती, ब्राह्मी, उज्जयन, and Udiyan bandh, and the three bandha together. Now we will shift to certain mantra that would help to maintain and balance the chakra and to exuberant, to develop, to revitalize, to renew these subtle energies within the body, which are known as pranic energy. So we would work on the first chakra, that is known as Mooladhara Chakra. The mudra should be like this, Gyana Mudra. And the mantra is Lam. So we would take the breath, release, and then pronounce the mantra. I will show you. Lo. 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 This is the Mooladhara, this is the lower chakra. It lies in the pelvic region of the body. You can type on Google, you can see the image, and when you pronounce the mantra or when you chant the mantra, your focus should be the lower, in the lower region, in the pelvic region of the body. The next chakra is the Swadisthana. Now what is the application of the Mooladhara? Mooladhara control four things: the food, sex, sleep, and self-preservation. It doesn't mean, remember that, don't take the control, meaning of control, in the wrong sense. Controlling means that, it doesn't mean that you would eat too less, you would sleep too less. No. Controlling means that if you said that if you have good control on bicycle, it means that you can do many tricks on bicycle. In the same way, if you have good control on your sleep, your food, self-preservation, and sex, you can do tricks with them. Means this chakra, once the chakra has been opened, it make you more powerful in the dimension of these four elements. Just like there are many people who have very problem when they need to rise early. It's very difficult. Even at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, they feel themselves in a very in a position of fatigue. Fatigue, I think, I wish you all understand. Fatigue means thakan, like that, being of tired. They are totally being of tired. They are not unable to push them out of the bed. But once the chakra has been balanced, even at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it's very easy for you to wake up in the early morning. So this is one example. In the same way, food, there are many people who are habitual of eating those things which should not be the part of this body, just like burger, pizza, cake, and many things that are harming the body, but they are taking it. But once the chakra has been balanced, nobody has to guide you that this is something you have to take and this is something you have to leave. You will automatically take which are really beneficial to your body, and you will automatically leave all those things, because now you are not just this system, you are the part of the universe. And just like the universe never contaminated itself, in the same way you would never contaminate yourself. Now move to the second chakra, Swadhisthana. It's very important for the emotions. The mantra is Vam. It is just slightly above the Mooladhara in the abdomen area. The procedure would be same. Breath, and taking breath, after taking breath, chant the mantra, and with the mantra the air would automatically get released. Start. Wo. 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 Change. Now Manipur chakra. But in Swadhisthana, remember that the right hand should be above the left and the thumb should be joined. The circuit should be complete. Now the Manipur chakra. The left hand, the right, the left thumb would be above the right one. Your position would be like this. Manipur chakra is for wealth and prosperity in life. If you really want to be famous, or being get famous and wealthy, practice this chakra. But if you practice the chakra line by line, it's very good. The mantra is Ram. Start. Ro. 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 Change. After this, we can practice Saraswati Mantra. It is very good for intelligence or higher intelligence. Here, if your mind is just like mouse, moving like this continuously, you are not stable. There are certain people who thinking continuously, 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 continuously. So the mantra is very powerful. What is the mantra? Aim. It's aim. Take the Gyan Mudra, take the breath, and you can pronounce it. Aim. Aim. So if you are really not good in studies, if you are a weak student like me, this mantra would be really very beneficial for you. It will enhance your intelligence and provide stability or equanimity of mind. Now the Om. For Om, the chakra would be Agya, the chakra which provide you the clarity. Agya chakra. The focus should be between the eyes. And the mantra would be Om. Everybody is, I think, in India. If you are living in India, everybody is aware about this mantra. The process would be same. Om. 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 During the chanting of the mantra, the focus should be between the eyes. Now we will practice the Sambhavami Mahamudra. It's a very important mudra to cure all the alignments or the problems of the body. And within 21 days, you will realize the benefit of the mudra. What would be the position? The backbone should be straight, the body should be relaxed, the mudra should be Gyan, and you will push this portion of the body, the head, little bit backward, so that the focus would automatically came within the two eyes, between the in mid between the two eyes. You don't need to put any extra effort. And after that, what would you do? You just take breath slowly. Release it, inhale, exhale, and focus on the breath. It's very important. Just focus. If a thought is coming, let it be. If it's going, let it be. Don't focus on the thought, just focus on breath. The Sambhavami Mudra can be practiced 1 to 3 minutes and 5 to 6 minutes and 10 to 15 minutes. It would be great. Even if you practice 5 to 6 minutes, it would be great. Let's start. And the mantra. I will discuss last two mantra. One is a mantra which is from Isha Foundation. I don't know whether it is their own innovation or it is something which is ancient, but I practice it, and on my experience I can say that the mantra is very powerful and it's beneficial. Whatever I am telling you, I realize these things, I practice this, and then I am telling you, it is not something that read somewhere, see somewhere, copy somewhere, and now I am expressing you. No, Each and everything that I told you, it is a part of my practice, and I really experience benefit out of it, and that's why I'm sharing this to you. Now, the mantra is Brahmanand Sarupam Isha Jagdisha Akhilanand Sarupam Isha Mahesha. I will chant the mantra. ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपम ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपम ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपम ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपम ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपम ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपम ईशा महेशा. The mantra is available on YouTube in a very good music. You can on the video and you can practice the mantra with the music. Now, the last mantra, we will chant the Gayatri mantra. It's a very powerful mantra. It is dedicated to the Lord Sun. It will enhance the personification. It will evolve the personality. If you are a man or a woman who are very much sensitive about your personality, the mantra would be a magical mantra for you. It would add a charisma. It would add an attraction to your personality, incredible attraction to your personality. I think everybody is aware of the mantra. I would directly repeat the mantra. Om भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Om भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Om भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Om भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Om. So this is finally we completed certain very important, subtle and intangible dimension of the yoga, which looks not very effective, but they are very effective, just like the atomic bomb, which is at the level of the atom, but it's very powerful. In the same way, what today I told you, they are the atomics or subatomic levels of the yoga. They are very powerful. If you practice it more than 21 days, you will really experience a great change in your consciousness, and you would raise yourself. You would find yourself that you are being get raised about all kind of the fear, especially the fear of suffering. As Buddha said that life is suffering, that's why most of the people live in a fear of suffering. You would automatically, whatever happened there, many times people told me that why are you so normal, whatever happened to you, whatever happened to you. It doesn't mean that I'm careless. Obviously, I'm careless to a certain extent in my life, but it doesn't mean that I'm totally careless. But if you really establish the equanimity of the mind, you would always being normal whatever happened to your life, because remember that what the life gives you, it's not in your control, but this entire system is totally in your control. It depends totally on you whether you have to react or whether you have to respond. So be cool. If you are too serious about the life, I really telling you, you need a doctor. But at the same point of time, it doesn't mean that be too careless of the life. Life is very precious, and this life is very important. This life means the mind, body and the spirit. Work on it and trying to find a balance and equanimity between the mind, body and spirit, and try to align yourself with the broader dimension of the life, that is universe, because every life on this planet is just trying to explore, explore, explore and explore. Be the life or the life should be in more expressive way. Thank you very much. Hari Om. Radhe Krishna.